Hello.
Yes. Hi. Can you
Hey, you
see
can
me?
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How are you, Priyansi?
Yes. Doing super good. Good to see you again.
See you again too. Yeah,
Yes. So let's wait for a few minutes for more to listen and then we'll start.
sure.
Yes. Hello, everyone who are
Hi,
joining.
hi, Harshita. Thank you for joining in.
Also, joining in, you can pop in a message saying, how are you feeling right now? Like just a check in that how are you feeling right now? So, how are you feeling right now? Sure.
I'm feeling so good, so
Okay.
excited, so
Okay.
energetic. Hi, Harshita again. I cannot see other people. Can you see other people too?
Yeah. I
Okay.
guess it shows a little slow. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We'll start in a bit. Let a little more people join in. Okay, so everyone, today we have with us Mr. Shalva Rathi from Mind, who is a counseling psychologist. And I am Priyansi from Guiding the Soul. You keep seeing my face. I am also a counseling psychologist. And we have started this series of mental health vocabulary, A to Z series. And today we are discussing, all those who missed yesterday's session of letter A can hop onto the feed and for the section. Yeah, so I think we can start. Yeah,
Yeah.
so first I would want you to share the idea that why are we doing this, and then maybe we can start.
Okay. So me and Priyansi were going through this dictionary and we were finding these two beautiful words in dictionary. And so we thought of, okay, let people know about these new words also as well. And they've been using it so casually. So let's make them understand. It's an insight for those people who are using those words so casually. So they will use it little in a not so casual way. So
Right,
that's what we were thinking about to
and
start
they
this series.
will use these words more mindfully and not casually.
Yeah.
So, for the information of the viewers, we would be using these words. We have used these words from the Oxford Dictionary of Psychology by Andrew Coleman, who is a winner of American Association Award for the outspoken research. Okay, so a few will have joined in. I guess we can start. So, what do you have with us today for letter B? Let's start with it.
Okay, so I'll start with the first letter. It's belief. So it's first I'll read this word exactly what is written in the dictionary. Then I'll elaborate a little bit on this, and you can add some more points on this if you want. So first word is belief. It's a conviction, faith, or confidence in something or someone. It is formed in early childhood according to the environment, according to the socioeconomic status of the child, or the education or the religion in which this child is born. And once it is formed, it is very tough to change the belief system. These are like colored glasses through which this child is going to perceive the whole world all his life. So it's a request from the parents to please be careful while giving all these belief system to the child so that he don't have any rigidity or blockages in life.
Right, right. So to add on that, like, it's just like that. If I am wearing a pink glass, I will see the whole world with a pink glass, and the same I am giving to the child. So he or she will also wear a pink glass and see the world in pink. So belief
Yeah.
system is like that, right?
Yeah. So, and the next word for you, Priyansi?
Yes, it's bereavement. So bereavement, according to Oxford Dictionary, is loss of a relative or a friend through death often follows such a loss. So bereavement is basically a period of mourning where a person feels sad because he or she has lost someone close to them. Usually, what happens is that people do not bereave, people do not cry because they feel that I am that strong to support the family. I will cry, then who will support my family? Which, if I talk about the long term, it does not have a healthy effect in the long term. So I would suggest people to not hold themselves from bereaving whenever they lose someone, especially like in the times of pandemic. Most of the people have seen a lot of loss in their families and their close friends. So bereaving is very important. Crying and channelizing that is very important. Because if you do not grieve, have long-term unworry on you.
Yes, Priyansi, I completely agree with you because grieving is very important. It is always good to grieve because it makes a person tough. Not yeah. And if the person can handle grief, if the person cannot handle grief, they should always seek support.
Yes. So, like we say that crying makes you seem weak, but it is not so. Actually,
Make
makes
the
you
most.
strong. So crying
Yeah.
makes you stronger. Bereavement is a beautiful process. It makes you stronger. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you don't grieve, it is like you're freezing a part of you. And so this frozen part, whenever you have another problem in life, this frozen part gets activated and this time you will have double grief. So
Okay.
it's always good to grieve so that you
Hmm.
sort the situation right now. You feel that grief, you bring it out in the form of anger or anyways, it's always good. Take it out and feel normal and then go ahead. Don't carry this in future.
Yes, the channelizing is very important. Otherwise, it creates a block in the body. Right.
Yeah.
Bereavement is important. Right.
Yes.
So, what is the next word we have with letter B?
So another word is binge eating. That's what you've been doing all this pandemic. So binge eating is eating much more than normal within 2 hours of period with a feeling of loss of control over eating.
Mhm.
Binge eating can cause distress and may be associated with eating more quickly than normal. Maybe people are eating so quickly that they don't realize that they're full, and that's why binge eating happens even when they're not hungry. This
Mhm.
is happening to people in the lockdown because they have nothing to do. They feel bored and now they want to eat. And this is creating a vicious cycle that they are eating and then they are growing fat and then they get into other problems and then they again eat. So it's a
Right.
cycle going on, and I don't blame anyone. It's the situation right now. It's okay. People should accept it that it's okay. It's for now. We're not doing it as a compulsion. So it will be
Right.
fine one day. Yeah.
Right. So I would want to add here is that we are not being mindful of what we are eating. Right. We're just eating because we are bored. So this is a cycle that is going on. And also we need to understand that if we are binge eating, then we don't have to feel guilty about it because that particular item has gone into your body now. It's the effect, whatever it will have in your body, it's like done, right? So instead of feeling guilty, we can find healthy ways. How can we avoid binge eating? And if it is going in excess, always seek professional help from counseling psychologists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So today
So what?
the next word is we have is the bystander effect. So it is a very interesting effect. So the Oxford Dictionary says the reluctance of bystanders to intervene in an emergency, especially when a person appears to be in distress. So, in simple language, I would say it's a phenomena which says that when the greater number of people are present, he or she is less likely to receive help. Yes. So this is exactly what is happening. If I take an example of the COVID situation, there is a person who's in distress who needs help, and person A thinks person B will donate, person B thinks will donate, C thinks D will donate, and this goes on, and ultimately the person who is in need doesn't receive help. Yeah, this is what happens in bystander effect, where you become the bystander, and the ultimate help is not given to the person in distress. So this is basically we are stopping ourselves from helping others because other people are also present. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to
It is
add something?
Yeah, it is like if one is not helping, the other is also not taking the initiative. He feels like, oh, I'm not a macho, or I cannot help. It is mostly seen in the time of crime also. When something
Yes.
is happening on the road, people are standing. They're always standing in a circle, but no one is going and helping the person in need. Maybe it's an accident
Mhm.
or a crime happening. So these people who are standing in this circle and not helping, these are bystanders. They are just standing there and seeing by what is happening.
Hmm. Yes,
This is
because
by.
this is yeah, because this is happening because they feel that the other person will have help, the other person feels that the other person will help, and ultimately the person who needs help doesn't receive help. So, how can we break this is by actually taking an initiative, by not being a bystander and taking an initiative to help the person in distress. Uh, no matter if the other person is going to help or not, we take a step ahead so that we can help the person in distress and cut off the chain of the bystander effect. Yeah.
Because one day we can be in a trouble, and if we see bystander not helping, the
Yeah.
way we can, they feel the same way. So one day we can be there. So everyone should take that initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all those who are here, any questions about whatever we had discussed today, you can always drop them in. And yeah, that is all for today. So, today we had discussed four words from the letter B, that is bereavement, binge eating, bystander effect, and belief system. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll be here at the same time with the letter C. I hope to see you all here again. And thank you, Shalvi, for again being here with us and giving us your time.
Pleasure is all mine, Priyansi. And if anyone who wants to know more of B words from the dictionary, please give us a ping or message on Priyansi's number, on my number, or in Insta. Just give a message and we'll be there to help you.
Thank you, Sanjay sir, for being here. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.